Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Before we get started, a quick note. Today is the last day to save on our ratio trading live trading course. Use the code ratio trading at checkout on the live trading course to get 10% off. The code again is ratio trading, and you get 10% off our ratio trading course, which starts August 4th. All right, so let's take a look at some of the markets here. We'll start off by looking at the S&P, which again has just kind of been sideways up over the last few months here. It's sort of in the upper part of this channel here. So naturally, the expectation is that we're going to start seeing it come back down. Again, it is at a very interesting level here. I am being very, very cautious about where it is right now. If you look at the overall overtrend, oversold areas, you'll see that it's just in that range there. Now, it's much more prominent when you look at it on the monthly chart. Right, so you can see here when we look at the monthly chart, these RSI levels that I have, you'll see that we're in extreme overbought. We've been in that area for quite some time as we've continued to move up. Sort of the last time, this is not to put a scare into anybody, but the last time we saw this type of action, we ended up falling really, really hard. So I don't know that that's going to happen, but my honest expectation is that sometime in the near future, we're probably going to witness some significant retracements. No guarantees, of course, but I do think that we could see something significant. Many have asked where I think that may be. The simplest thing for me to do is to draw from the last low to the current major high, and interesting enough, you can see that 50% retracement is at some notable area of previous structure resistance right here. So again, this is not meant to scare anyone off, but let me tell you, if this were to happen, I would certainly be a buyer at this level. Now, this could take 3, 4, 5 years to happen, but again, this is the sort of thing you got to look for when you're trading, right? You'll look for bigger possibility, bigger moves, and those are the kinds of things that will keep you in trades much, much longer. You take a look at, for example, from this low, right, back in the early 90s to this high, right? I'm sure there were some people that bought in this area here based on the 50 to 618 and rode it out all the way to this high before, a major drop. I'm sure there are people who tried it here and then didn't work out. So, again, just looking at the analysis here, I'm being very cautious. That's my point. I am being very cautious at this level. And the signs that we're seeing, which is a lot of, slow movement up, does not make a good case for it exploding to the upside. So let's see. Facebook had its announcement today. Its earnings, reported good earnings. You can see nice pop here. Not unexpected, to be honest with you. If we take a look at the last retracement here from the low to this high, you can see the Facebook came right down into the 50%, bounced right off, to retest, broke through. Once it broke through, thought process 70% chance it attains the 127. It's doing that right now. I would look to see what happens from here. If it is able to break through that 127, look for a one-to-one move. We clone that one-to-one right here and we paste it. And if it can push through that 127, look for it to move towards that 1648 around $75. Longer term, you look at the weekly chart here, and if we remove all of this, you'll see that it's retesting its all-time highs here. This is very significant. Again, from the low to the high, bounces off the 50%, 618, I'm sorry, look left, off of previous structure, resistance, anticipated support. Very, very nice trade. Retesting, so anyone in this is cashing off target 2. Now we look to see if it breaks through here, right? That's the bigger move now. So if it breaks through this 72 and closes above it, the bigger move is going to be down to 80 and then possibly 90. Now let me show you one more thing. Back here, you can see the market went from the low to this high. When it broke that high, same thought process. Breaks, 70% chance it hits the 127, hit it, boom, right? Just misses the 618, comes back down, making an attempt at it again. So point is, if it is able to break through this high, look for a move up to that 127. Very, very high chance that happens if it breaks and closes above 72. All right, guys. Hope that helps, and we'll see you guys next.